NFL Week 12, Bucs, Colts. Now, this game here is a perfect example of the downside to these game previews. I'm posting these game previews later in the week, and in the NFL, lines have already adjusted and corrected any mistakes they may have had earlier in the week on lines. Now, the logical thing would be to do the game previews earlier in the week, but I'm a full-time sports bettor. Social media is just really a side hobby. Now, so I bet the over in this game at 43. The current line is 44.5, which some may think, okay, it's only 1.5 point difference, but that 1.5 points is significant because 44 is such a common outcome for totals. And I probably wouldn't even bet the over at 44.5, but at 43, it is a bet. The margins in NFL are just so small in terms of value, so this is something to keep in mind when watching these previews. If you want access to the bets I make in real time, you can join the Betting Network Discord. The link is in my bio. Now, the reason I do like the over here is how these two teams match up. I think both offenses are going to go pass heavy. Colts offense would prefer to run, but with them coming off a bye week with extra time to prepare, I have to think offensive coordinator Shane Steichen realizes that the pass game is the pathway to success here. Running the ball versus Tampa Bay is not a good idea. Tampa Bay is probably the best run defense in the league, depending on which metric you use to measure run defense. Tampa Bay is definitely at the top or near the top. They just held San Fran in check somewhat, and San Fran has one of the best run offenses in the league, and they didn't have any explosive plays in the run game. But Tampa Bay's pass defense is one of the weakest in the league. They allow 270 yards per game, which is second most yards allowed in the league, and Indy has even more of a reason to pass with how banged up the Bucs secondary is with cornerback Jamel Dean out. Cornerback Carlton Davis is questionable. That's two key starters in the secondary. Also, linebacker Levante David is out. Devin White is questionable. Assuming the Colts go pass heavy and they have success and get out to a lead, that's when this Tampa Bay offense changes pretty significantly. They play with more tempo, snap to snap, play with more aggression in a pass-heavy game style. Last week, Tampa Bay had a 51% success rate on offense versus a very good San Fran defense. They had 3 different drives that ended deep in San Fran territory, and they came away with 0 points. So that box score and final score is a little misleading last week for Tampa Bay. Now they get to face a Colts secondary that's allowed huge games to opposing quarterbacks. Also, the Colts just cut Shaq Leonard this week, which is weird. He's widely considered the leader on that defense, and it's a defense that's already struggling, so losing him is pretty big. As long as there's willingness to pass by both offenses, we should see some points. But like I said in the intro, I'm not so sure it's worth betting at the current number, but I do like over 43. That's a decision you'll have to make if you tail or not. That's all I got for this one. Until next time, good luck with your bets.